What if aging isn't caused by just one thing? What if the wrinkles, the gray hair, the aching joints, what if they aren't just inevitable signs of getting old, but the result of billions of tiny changes happening inside your cells every single day? For centuries, we've told stories about a fountain of youth, but modern science has uncovered something far more fascinating. Aging isn't a mystical curse anymore. It's biology. It's a process we can actually understand. So why do we age? Why can't our bodies just repair themselves forever? And could we one day slow it all down? Let's find out. To understand aging, you first have to appreciate what a miracle your body is. Every second, it's a construction zone of renewal. Millions of your cells die, and millions more are built to replace them. The entire outer layer of your skin renews itself every month. The lining of your gut regenerates in days. For decades, your body performs this incredible balancing act, keeping you functional and whole. But here's the problem. That constant repair isn't perfect. Think of it like a photocopy of a photocopy. Over time, tiny mistakes accumulate. Damage builds up, and eventually, the body's maintenance crew just can't keep up with the daily wear and tear. That's the moment we begin to truly age. So where does this damage start? For that, we need to go deeper, inside almost every one of your cells, to your DNA. This is your biological instruction manual, a master blueprint containing roughly 3 billion letters of genetic code that tell your cells what to do. And every single day, this priceless manual is under attack. We're talking thousands of hits. Sunlight, pollution in the air, inflammation from your diet, even the normal, essential processes of converting food to energy. The very act of being alive creates damage. Fortunately, your body has elite repair teams that constantly patrol your DNA, fixing errors. But they're not perfect. Over time, some damage slips through the cracks. It's like typos creeping into the instruction book. A word here, a sentence there, until the instructions become unclear and your cells start to function less and less efficiently. Now, let's look at one of the most famous theories of aging, one that acts like a built-in countdown clock for our cells. It's all about something called telomeres. The best way to picture them is to think of the little plastic tips on the ends of your shoelaces, the aglets. Their job is to protect the lace from fraying and unraveling. Telomeres do a very similar job. They're protective caps at the very ends of our chromosomes, shielding our precious DNA every time a cell divides. But here's the catch. With each division, those telomeres get just a tiny bit shorter. Eventually, they become so short that the cell gets a signal. Time's up. It stops dividing altogether. This isn't the whole story of aging, but it's a crucial piece of the puzzle. So what happens when a cell stops dividing? You'd think it would just die and get cleared away. But some of these old, damaged cells don't. Instead, they enter a strange state of limbo called cellular senescence. Think of them as zombie cells. They're not dead, but they're not really working properly either. They stop dividing, but they stick around in our tissues. And worse, they start causing trouble. These zombie cells secrete a cocktail of inflammatory chemicals that can harm the healthy neighboring cells around them. It's like having a grumpy, disruptive neighbor on your street who makes life difficult for everyone else. As more and more of these senescent cells accumulate, they contribute directly to the aging process and many age-related diseases. Next up, the power plants. Inside your cells are thousands of tiny structures called mitochondria. You probably remember them as the powerhouses of the cell, and that's exactly what they do. They generate the energy that powers everything. But over time, just like an old power plant, mitochondria can become less efficient. Energy production declines. The process creates more cellular exhaust in the form of oxidative stress, causing further damage. As our cells become less resilient, this energy crisis can manifest as fatigue, reduced muscle function, and slower recovery. It's a fundamental slowdown at the very core of our biology. All this accumulating damage from our DNA to our mitochondria contributes to another key feature of aging, a slow, simmering fire. As we get older, our immune system changes, and it can lead to a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation that scientists have nicknamed inflammaging. Now, this isn't the kind of acute inflammation you get with a cut or an infection, which is a good thing that helps you heal. Inflammaging is different. It's a persistent, low-level irritation that never really turns off. And over years and decades, this slow burn can silently damage tissues and organs throughout the body. It's now been linked to many of the major conditions of aging, from heart disease and diabetes to Alzheimer's disease. So after all this talk of damage and zombies, we arrive at the big question. Can we slow down aging? The answer from science appears to be, to some extent, yes. We can't stop time, but we can influence how our bodies experience it. Research consistently shows that healthy habits are our most powerful tool. Regular exercise, especially strength training, a nutritious diet, quality sleep when your body does its repair work, managing stress, avoiding smoking. These aren't just tips. They directly impact the cellular processes we've been discussing. Meanwhile, scientists are exploring exciting frontiers like senolytics, drugs that clear out zombie cells, and even cellular reprogramming. While we don't have a miracle pill yet, we have more power over our aging process than ever before. So why do we age? Because a lifetime of experiences leaves its mark. The damage in our DNA accumulates, our cellular power plants lose steam, the repair systems weaken, a slow burn of inflammation rises. It is the story of time, written into every cell of our bodies. But aging isn't simply a story of decline. It's one of adaptation, of survival. And while we can't stop the clock completely, science shows we can influence the narrative. The ultimate goal isn't to live forever, but to stay healthier, stronger, and more vibrant for as long as possible, because aging itself isn't the enemy. Unhealthy aging is. If you enjoyed this journey into the biology of growing older, subscribe to Cell-Wise Health for more science-backed explorations into the future of longevity.